That's right. Don't forget to hit that like button. Let's go ahead and get this. It's Wednesday night.
I swear tomorrow that I'll give you up. Save the sorrow for when we wake up. But for tonight it seems I'm tangled up in you.
That's right. We're live 7 p.m. every single Wednesday night.
I can't seem to shake you,
My.
baby. I can't seem to shake you, baby.
We got a lot to talk about, too.
I swear tomorrow that I'll give you up. Let go in. Save the sorrow for when we wake up. But for tonight it seems I'm tangled up in you. Tangled up in you. Tangled up in you. Tangled up in you.
That's right. Don't forget to hit that like and hit that subscribe. Live on Chicano Tube, live on Chicano Street. You already know what it is. Gracias to all the day oneers. It's that midweek fix. We're going to give it to you right now. But por favor, just do me that one favor. The only one I ask for, cabrones, is hit that like, hit that subscribe, and then you got to hit the bell, okay? And then when you hit the bell, you got to hit the all button. That way you're notified every single time that I go live. Por favor. Gracias to all the day wonders. Gracias to all the Chicano channels. You already know who you are without mentioning it 1,000 times. All the raza channels, man. Apoyamos. No nomás la raza, all razas. Pero primeramente, la raza. So shout out to Big Paul, LA Times, Big Joe, Tony Ye, all the fellas, man. Gracias. Appreciate your support all the time. Yeah, let's go ahead and get into it. So let me go ahead and pop up the chat. Give me a second. Let me pop it up. That way no puedo mirar a nadie, cabrones. But let me go ahead and pop it out. It takes a second. Aquí está. And then we're going to get into it. We got a lot to talk about. Of course, we're going to talk about the pelea, gente, because it's like, can't even sleep over this thing, man. It's going to be so pinchy good. It's going to be so good. I can't even sleep, man, over this pinchy pelea. No, neta. My expectations on this one is just a good old back of the handball court, run the fade. That's all. I've seen this fight play out plenty of times. So, all right. So, gracias to all the Chicano channels. It is fight week. And fight week started off really, really great. And you can kind of hear my voice a little bit. 25 fights locally, and that was on Sábado. So that was great. I was officiating, refereeing. If you didn't know, all the USA licenses, books, whatever you call them, I got them all. So be able to corner someone, I could jump in real quick. Being able to amarrar la mano, officiate, referee, all of it, right? That's what I like to do. So that was Saturday. And then here comes fight week. So, man, I can't wait. I'm excited on this pelea that's coming up. Oh, man, I'm telling you. Which one might you think? Maybe you don't know which one I'm talking about. So how about I just go ahead and post up the poster for all the cabrones. Here it is. Here's the poster. It is happening. We're like, what are we, 2 days and a wake up? 2 days and a wake up. It is happening. We got the highly anticipated return of Cholo Trucker, man. And this is mi hermano right here. They're both my hermanos, except Buzz is just the güero hermano, And versus Yard Recall, the Stockton Slugger that wants to just touch him on the chin and end the career. And he said, bring him back to the commentary booth. So I'm excited for this one. This is happening. It's just 2 days and a wake up. And you know, I do want to say this. Gracias to everyone that's already, shared the poster, shared the flyer, shared the link. I appreciate it. Serio, I put myself in a position of like starting out a small business. You know how like you start out a small business? Yeah, you could have all the capital to invest all you want in it, but it's still small. That means word of mouth hasn't gone out yet. So I put myself in that position again. It's really, really exciting. But like I told the beautiful, smoking, sexy, hot DP, the beautiful wife, I think, this right here, I wouldn't mind waking up and talking to fighters, negotiating contracts, negotiating venues, negotiating audio, lighting, video, media. Speaking of media, don't let me forget media, but I want to talk about the giveaway too. The middleweight strap is on the line.
I've been calling for the knockout, and I plan to follow through with that knockout.
It's all been talking about knockout. Come knock me out, homie.
Don't miss out, because April 27th, I'm sending him back to the commentary booth with Mikey.
I'm a good sportsman, I'm going to keep it respectful, and I'm going to help him out of the ring, you know what I mean? After what I do to him.
You come out how you did it in that last fight you had, it's going to be a short night for you.
You're going to get an ass whooping.
All right. For some reason, I couldn't hear that. But anyways, it's happening 2 days in a wake up. I'm excited. So the giveaway, of course, we give it away. Last time I gave away two fights. And I was just randomly, just the app on the phone that picks all the emails. Or there's apps even that you can do like a little pinchy contest on IG. And then you just download the pinchy app and it's going to tell you who shared it all, who liked it, who commented, and all this stuff, right? So randomly pick one. Let them enjoy the fight. The return of Cholo Trucker, man, I can't wait. I can't even sleep on this one. So for the giveaway, gracias to everyone that already shared it on YouTube and already shared it on IG. Just from the bottom of my heart, again, I just want to say thank you. That's right. Street Post exclusive is in. The Casa Boxing is back with a vengeance. You got to love the sport, cabron. You already want to talk about Garcia? Because I want to talk about Garcia, too. And then maybe something a little bit controversial, right? Because, somos Mexicanos, a little bit controversial. We're going to sprinkle something a little bit controversial with Garcia real soon, cabron. Real soon, man. Hit that like. Don't forget to subscribe over to Street Post Podcast. Oh, yeah. Subscribe over to my brother from another mother, Bobby G. Bobby G. The Garcia family is in the house. Hey, we appreciate you right here on Chicano Street. You already know what it is, cabrón. You already know what it is, man. DL. Órale DL with two pinche guantes. I appreciate you, Shorte. I appreciate you, my boy. Boy Aguilar is in the casa. I appreciate you también. Gracias for chilling right here. Estamos on Chicano Street. You already know what it is. Yeah, on Saturday, I officiated like 25 fights. So it was a long weekend. O sea, I felt like it just was a blur, Next thing you know, lunes, martes, miércoles. Okay, so media. Remember I said, don't forget media. This is what I'm going to do, gente. I've dedicated one person just to be the media person. And that media person, this is what media, and I'm learning as I go, this is what media people do. They're going to be dropping from the weigh-ins. From beginning the weigh-ins all the way to fight morning. So the weigh-ins night, Friday, to fight morning, Saturday, to the middle of the day, to fucking like in real time, maybe just like a half-hour delay or 10-15 minute delay, walking in, Team Stockton or whatever it is. I've dedicated a media person that's going to do this, always trying to go to the next level. No, nunca estoy conforme con lo mismo. Let's not do that, okay? Because that's why a lot of us don't have visions and dreams because, when we were growing up in the hood or in the barrio or nuestros papás, they either smacked the hell out of our dreams or they taught us just to be like them and they want us to stay in a box. Una cosa que se me agüita, not all the way, but cuando miro young people, like, está calificando para comprar una casa, los papás, and then the 2-3 boys, ¿qué hacen ellos? They're 17, 18, and 19, or whatever their ages are, todos trabajan en el campo. I'm not saying that's a bad thing, que todos trabajan en el campo, but what I'm saying is that sometimes we get programmed to not be able to manifest the vision. O sea, don't bring the pinchy vision to pass, and we keep ourselves in a box. But anyways, I'm digressing again. Media. I'm going to have a media person, and that media person is just going to be dumping from the weigh-ins on Friday to Saturday morning. So I want them to get a shot of everything, of people rolling up, pulling up from the parking lots, pulling up to the front. I want you guys to see everything, and this time, mi palabra. This time, I'm going to put more media on YouTube and on IG. Palabra. If I don't do it, call me on it. Call me on it right away. Because I ain't like one of these guys, I'm going to close the channel down, and it doesn't happen. I got palabra. I'm one of the last mofos, you know what I mean, that probably has palabra on YouTube. But it is what it is, man. Gracias. I appreciate you guys. So I've dedicated a media person. They're going to do everything. I hope you like those clips. Si no me siguen on IG, do yourself the favor and sígueme allá, because IG to me is more accessible throughout the day. Boom, boom, boom. You know, I can post, I see it, a la chingada. Facebook too. Facebook también. There's already a dedicated page a couple weeks ago. Some of you have already come on there. For those that Facebook, I know everyone's grandma is already on Facebook, but los demás that aren't everyone's grandma, go ahead and connect with that page too. I'm putting everything out through that. That's right, Barry Wood. That's right, my boy. Órale, Barry Wood. ¿Qué hubo, güey? Aquí estamos, man. You know where we're at, cabrón. Chicano Street. You know what Chicano Street is, right? It's usually where all the Chicanos, they all have flannels on. Barry Wood. It's that street that you turn growing up. It's that street that you turn growing up, but then everyone had black hush puppies and flannels and derbies. No, I'm just kidding.
Life's a risk, carnal.
Yeah, it is. Short the West Side. I appreciate you. Kimo's Flicks in the Casa. That's right. Damn, it's real close. 2 days, and I haven't even got past the fight week, giving the updates on fight week. It's 2 days in a wake up. I'm excited. I still don't know why the hell Cholo's doing this. Like, he was on my side at the commentary booth, and then he wants to run the fade violence. So I got big expectations, but sitting across from him is someone who has touched chins before. Now, I know we're putting him in there, we're putting him in boxing gloves, but this is not a boxing fight. Don't ever try to reinvent the wheel. If you knock the 100 guys out with however you knock the 100 guys out, keep doing what you're good at. That's going to be more beneficial. You see what I'm saying? But anyways, I'm excited, man. And again, a lot of people keep forgetting, Cholo Trucker have fractured ribs, man. You run the fade with fractured ribs and you tell me that those are not going to be on your mind. I never had a fractured rib. Lo único que tenía is 11 days before a fight. I was in my bedroom. 11 days. This is years ago. And I'm talking about amateur boxing. 11 days before a fight, I was changing in the closet, coming from a workout. We're already doing 2-a-days. So like the last 30 days, you go from working out once a day to 2-a-days, right? The diet was never the problem. I hated the workouts. Anyways, I was in my room and me andaba cambiando, and my hand was right through the wedge of the hinge of the closet door. My hand was right through it. And next thing you know, my son would come in, and my last son, Matthew, my baby boy, Matthew, ese cabrón, he would push every door closed in the house, like slam it with all his force. And he slammed the closet door, and I was able to get my 3 fingers out of it except the pinky, and it broke the whole thing under the nail. But what I do, I had the fade in 11 days. I went to see, first I went to Memorial Hospital, and then after that, I went to go see the coach, and he said, man, we're just going to tape it. We stay ready for war. Let's see how many subjects we get to tonight, man. I was planning on talking about a lot of things, but it's fight week, gente. Really, really occupied. And not just that, there's other fights looming too. There's contracts out. There's negotiations out. Tony's first title defense. Some people haven't heard too much about that, but it's getting announced pretty soon. Thanksgiving. Did I announce this on a couple lives ago. Well, maybe some of you have already forgotten, but I'm trying to give you guys a gift on Thanksgiving. Yes, the main holiday. And you know which one I'm talking about, right? Of course, I'm talking about with Paradigm. That one, I want to drop it. I just have this vision. I said, wait a second. What if the gente are right there, got nothing to do, they're full of turkey, they got nothing to do, or maybe they're at their familia's house that ni quieren estar ahí. That's why they cross the street to the gas station and buy beer. They don't even want to be there. They're drugged through the mud to be en la casa de la. So what do? Boom. Tony versus Paradigm. What do you think about that for a November idea? I don't know. Give me some feedback. That's right. JV el Centenario, huh? Todos le dicen el centenario por la joya que brilla en su pecho. I'm in a good mood. It's fight week, man. Did you see me post that Booyah Tribe popping one? As soon as Monday came, my. That's right. Keep doing your thing, Mikey. Keep growing with more fights. I appreciate you, cabron. This is something that I really, truly do enjoy. And I'm a businessman at the end of the day. I had said this a couple lives ago también, you know. If I talk shit or we bump heads with other podcasters or whatever, at the end of the day, I'm a businessman. You don't even got to meet me face to face. If you just want the bag, you're going to contact me. You don't have to meet me face to face. You can meet someone else, you know, deal with someone else. The whole fight, if me and you, we bump heads in the past and you don't want to jump on and run the fade because of Mikey, okay, well, then I just go someone and send someone in proxy. And you ain't got to deal with Mikey. You know what I mean? How about that?
Thinking of letting him in, ese?
Told you he's my best crime partner.
He ain't Mexican, ese?
Cultura Cafe's in the casa says, Mikey, that's right. It's fight week, cabrón, man. I can't sleep. Let's do a little recap. Anyways, I already talked about the giveaway, right? YouTube and on IG, there's the giveaways. If you share it, the phone has an app, and it'll pick somebody, and then from there, you'll get an email, and then you'll be set up with an account on the website, which the good thing about all these fights, gente, they stay in the library. The library is just going to get deeper and deeper until you go back and be like, man, I want to see this one again. Well, if you already purchased it once, it's yours. That's what I'm saying. Man, I'm expecting an epic one this Saturday. And again, that media person that I hired is going to be dropping from the weigh-ins Friday night, media, all the way from Saturday morning to people pulling up, to interviews backstage, all of that stuff. I dedicated a whole person to do this. I'm excited, and I appreciate everyone's pinche apoyo, man. Now let's talk about Garcia. Let's talk about the young Chicano. Or is he a Chicano? Is he? Is he a Mexicano? People get upset when I say that. Hey, I'm telling you, anyone that comes on the channel, I'm gonna hit you right now. I'm gonna let you know those first couple questions. I'm gonna hit you with. Eres Chicano? No. And what do you think a definition of Chicano is? I don't know. I feel just pressed that to put that out there because this is Chicano too. Let's just keep that a buck. And we do chill on Chicano Street. Is he a Chicano? Well, let's give the recap first. We'll get into that, right? And then there's the phone number. The phone number's up. Let me plug it in, cabrón. Kimos Flex, these guys look like they're both going to have win. Yeah. It's going to be good, huh, cabrón? Man. Cholo Trucker 100%. No one has really seen. Buzz, really, no one's seen the hands. There's been training videos, yeah, but sometimes you hold back from the training videos. Why are you going to throw all the chingazos in the training videos, you know, and why not just save them for the fade? Has Cholo, will he be able to withstand Buzz's power? Once you get hit on the chin, usually you do or you don't, but it's like that, instantaneous. Oh, this guy, that's all he got? Or boom, and you have like what I used to call a red out. I remember getting hit so hard, all I saw was red, like literally just red for like 10 seconds. And then it will go from triple vision to single vision. And that's when I learned to move my head. Serio. Y'all recall with Buzz, there's the man right there. My hat's off to you. You're about to run that fade, you know. And really, I tip my hat to you, man. A lot of people just out here, we've been seeing them on the internet. They wolf for views, likes, and comments. Or I was watching Run the Fade podcast, and he was talking about when they fake beefs. Oh, yeah. They fake beefs for views. Now, I get it again. Hey, you're trying to make that check. Maybe you're trying to pay the rent for the pinche studio. Okay? Maybe you got bills, or just pay the overhead for the podcast and the studio itself. Yeah, true. I mean, that could be an issue, right? All this, forget about it. First of all, we don't rent our studio, gente, and we own it, okay? Cálmense. So, but yeah, anyone that gets caught faking beefs, staging beefs, and all that stuff, you don't trust a single thing that comes out of their mouth. How can you? How can you? You know what I mean? It's like you're looking at the person, but they still got makeup on with the big red ball right here and the fuzzy red hair and the big old pinche zapatos. Anyways, all right. I don't even know how I got a badass song, loco. Oh, you're talking about the intro? Yeah. It took me a while to find that intro way. You know, for sure. It's music licensing. It's a perpetual license. It's YouTube stuff. To each his own. Todos tenemos que tener toda nuestra propia sazón, ¿verdad? Like, I'm not trying to be like anyone, because that's like telling God he made a mistake when he made me. If I'm trying to copy someone else's seasoning, you know, I'm an original. And that's just how it is here on Chicano Tube and on Chicano Street, you know? Shorte, órale, is that right? Is Garcia Spaniard? Oh, okay, so is he a Spaniard? That reminded me, remember of a gladiator? These are my horses. Boom, boom, blasted on the chest. They were taken from me. Que gacho, man. His horses were like perros to some of us. Like, I feel like with my pinche perros que tengo, like, I don't deserve them, man. They look at me like with unconditional love no matter what I do, what I say, nothing. Ahí están unconditionally ready to love me, defend me, dar su vida por mí. That's crazy, huh? But anyways, is he a Spaniard? Okay, so let's give the recap. What an impressive win by the young Chicano to sit Haney down on his ass 3 times last Saturday. Okay, he not only cemented himself as a top pound for pounder because he beat a top pound for pounder. I hear a lot of channels talk about boxing. I ain't knocking channels, you know. I ain't saying no one in particular, but when you don't know shit about boxing, you really can't break it down. You could always be like, yeah, Holmes, or something. But that's as much as you're gonna go on boxing. But let me tell you, it was such an impressive display. Forget the stuff. I separate the personal from the business. Forget all that stuff. Okay? Just like politics, too. You could be the biggest lefty, bluey, whatever. Say we're opposite, right? I'm conservative. You know, I lean hard right. But I'm a conservative. Not really a Republican. I'm a conservative more. But we could have opposite pinche political views, and I don't see that in you. Because I'm on that MLK shit. You know? That's real. That's revelation. That's, you know, elevating your mindset. Not staying down here on this mindset. Like a lot of the channels that I see, all they talking about is north and south, north and south. Either you're doing it for views or you got a low mindset. But anyways, let's keep it moving. Garcia and Haney. Man, the recap. Holy smoke. Haney looked out of it, looked wobbly. If you thought Ryan Garcia was a one-trick pony, well, guess what? That trick works. I mean, the left hook was landing like flawlessly. Okay, is Ryan Garcia, here's the comments, right? They're saying, pero this. I'll tell you what he did prove. Ryan Garcia fights with a Mexican fighting style. You don't think so? Ryan Garcia fights. Hold on one second. Ryan Garcia fights with the Mexican style of fighting. O sea, he fights como con desmadre. And so if he fights desmadroso, the way he goes forward violently after people, is that or is that not Mexican boxeo? You tell me. You tell me. Mexican boxeo is pretty much defined así. Cajones. Do you got them or don't you? That's just the way it is. Mexican boxeo. I want to give a shout out also to Coach Danny Corona, the head coach at the gym in Salinas. His brother. This is some United. So I want to tell you guys this because I want you to know. We see a lot of division all the time, but I want to speak about some unity. Let's give a unity report, okay? And so, Coach Danny Corona, head coach in Salinas, his brother owns another boxing gym, and it's called MXN Boxeo in Salinas. You can Google it. And they're two brothers. Is there competition between the two? No, there's not. We're united. At that show, which was on Saturday, at that show, it was the 420 show. It was the 420 show. At that show, there was about 30 gyms in the house. Most of them from Salinas. Most of them from Monterey County. All united, ain't competition. And I've been to other boxing events where every other coach wants to kill each other. Oh, he ain't talking internet. Same shit we do on the internet. But anyways, I don't even know how I got into that. He fights like a Mexicano. He's Mexicano enough to me. I'll tell you that, cabrón. He's Mexicano enough to me. All right? And let's keep it pushing. We don't want to get technical because when I get technical, everyone gets in their feelings. No. Well, I feel Chinese and I feel it. I guess I could be right. I feel, African American. Okay. So you feel what you feel, right? All right, let's leave it alone. Let's keep it pushing. But Garcia did prove que es Mexicano just by the way he fights. Burqueños in the casa. That's right. Sanjo Lifer says 50. Man, he made 50. Did you bet, cabrón? Yeah. That was a little dinner right there. Anyways, I also saw it came across my feed. That's right. Tommy Thunder's in the casa. Orale, Tommy Thunder with the fist bump. I see you, my boy. I see you, cabrón. Welcome to Chicano Street, man. Every town, no matter where you're from, Tommy Thunder. Maybe, I don't know if you're from Cali or not. Most of us are from Cali. Every town got a Chicano Street. You know what that is? Is when you get on that street, and it's the street that all the Mexicans are on, and they all got flannels, Pendletons, Hush Puppies, or Cortez. Puro pedo, man. Puro pedo. I did see Bill Haney and Floyd Mayweather trade shots online. Floyd was trying to reach out to Bill Haney just to tell him, obviously just reach out to him. They have a relationship. People had dubbed Devin Haney as the next Floyd Mayweather. A lot of people have been dubbed, but there's only one Floyd that was built to invent this defensive style of boxing where serio, you could not like it, but serio, if you fought a Floyd Mayweather in the back of the bar in an alley, we'd be busted up, black and blue in the face, and not the dude, because that's that sneaky style. He knows how to get in, mostly like a counter puncher, but can step on the gas. Don't forget, he went forward on Canelo the first 6 rounds. Am I lying? Someone tell me, am I lying? Floyd Mayweather went forward on the Canelo fight the first 6 rounds. If I'm lying, I give the channel up. I shut the channel down tonight, man. Someone go on YouTube and tell me I'm lying, because I know I'm not. Anyways, one of the things I was like, man, how old is this guy, man? Devin Haney's dad. And a lot of it has to do for promotion. I get that, gente. I get it. No soy tonto. People were looking at Ryan Garcia talk. Do I think he did that as some kind of setup, like these newspaper articles are saying, to defy the odds and bet on himself and all that? That's bullshit, man. That's bullshit. That young man is being himself. You can call him quirky. You can call him a conspiracy theory. You can call him whatever you want to call him. That young man is just being unapologetically himself. Ryan Garcia. But this thing Bill Haney said, I'm like, how old is this guy, man? He starts arguing with Floyd, and then he tells Floyd, yeah, but I'm still in the streets. I'm still in the streets. And Floyd returns with a good one. And Floyd says, yeah, and that's nothing to glorify. How many of you agree with that? How many of us are on some grown man mentalities here and can agree with that? About being in the streets is nothing to glorify. Who glorifies being in the streets? People that need validation, for one. People that are insecure, for two. People with low self-esteem, as three. Or people that have never really evolved mentally, as four. You want to know those kind of topics? You want to hear those kind of stories? You can go over to the members only. We got a members only section over there, where there's the eating bullets for breakfast and all those kind of stories that I get asked. Where do I take those? I take them over to the members only. So small fee. You can get inside of there. Have a good old time. All right. That's right, Tommy Thunder. Orale, the eyes never lie. No, they don't, cabrón.
I'll kill you! Fuck these other vatos, ese! Get up, Chucky! Get up! You fuck with my familia, eh? You gotta answer to me here and now. Come on, toe to toe.
Hey, Tommy Thunder, all you're going to hear on this channel are Chicano sound bites. I was on over there with the fellas. When was I on Tommy Thunder? I was on with the fellas over there, New Age Plug, YouTube Streets. I was on that podcast. And had a good old time over there. Had a really, really good old time over there, man. Tap in with them. Now, one of the fellas was saying, oh, yeah, Chicano rap could take off and something like that. And, something like that. And he was speaking, he was speaking. And then I came back and said, to be honest, Chicano rap is in a box, man. It's bald head and loke rap. Bald head and lokes. So to each his own. To me, I remember it as like rapping over oldies or rapping over like West Coast, zapping Roger beats. That's how I remember it. Is it my favorite? It never has been. No, come on, cabron. I'm actually more Bay Area now. Nowadays, I'm more Bay Area. And I'm stuck in the 90s. So 90s is my favorite decade. You can call me one of those older heads that's stuck in the 90s. My brother-in-law likes my 90s mixes that I have. Oh, man, he loves them. All right, let's keep it pushing. I'm going to get to some more comments. I'll read some comments if there's any questions. And then let's keep it moving. Something substantial. Maybe we could talk about something substantial tonight, like Band's interview, maybe on No Jumper. Madeline Soto update. Let me go through some comments and let's talk some real. Real Mexicans are not whitewash or blackwash, have Mexican indigenous blood, and know the truly colonized history. Mexican is not a nationality. What accomplished is secondary. Wait, okay. Great. I appreciate you. Gracias for commenting, friends of the Mexican. So, what is a Mexicano? A lot of people say a Mexicano has to be born in Mexico. They say they're getting technical. Again, they're getting technical. Like we get technical with Chicanos, right? First generation Mexican Americans. Born here. All we know is Mexico. And all we know through our parents is the Mexican traditions and culture. But we're here in a land where it's the good old U.S. of A. And I went to school with nothing but blonde hair, blue eye, corn-fed kids. And those are the ones I played, like right here. Salinas Cowboys. Ones we played baseball, football with, JV, majors, baseball, and all that stuff. So I'm Mexican, but I'm born in Salinas. Ain't no one going to ever make me even doubt that. Not an inkling. That's like in cement. Now, like I said, I'm not born in Mexico, but I'm Mexican. I know that. I know my bloodline. At least, of course, I've done the DNA stuff, but I know at least 5 generations on top of my dad. And I know at least 3 generations on top of mom. But I am a Mexican national because I am also a Mexican citizen. So it's like the best of both worlds. So you're speaking with someone, pues conozco poquito, ¿verdad? Soy americano aquí, nací aquí, soy pocho, pero también soy mexicano. Soy doble ciudadano. So I know a little bit, cabrón.
La R controlamos todo.
Tommy Thunder, New Jersey. Okay, so New Jersey. Is there Mexicans over there in New Jersey? Let me know, Tommy Thunder. There is or what? Or is there more Latinos? Tommy Thunder, I don't know why, but there's some cats in California, Tommy Thunder, and they're Latinos, and they're from other countries, and I would, if I was Italian, I'd have that flag blasted right here across the chest. But what I was saying, Tommy Thunder, is there's some cats, mostly in California. I've been seeing this, and I'm like, I don't know what is it that they try to identify as Mexican, and they get hung up on it. Like, I am Mexican. I feel Mexican and all that. And the lineage is their, I don't know, Irish, Romanian, whatever it is. You see what I'm saying? I don't know what it is. I've always found that kind of odd when people kind of shy away from what their DNA is. I'm a proud Mexican, man. I'm a proud Chicano. I'm a proud American. I wear all of those things that I just said right now. And if anyone want to call in and tell me that I'm confused, go ahead. We can have that conversation, because that's the last thing I'm on. We're on Chicano Street. We go straighten this out. Right here, the cabrones, pretty soon they're going to come over here. Anyone that says the word Chicano. They're going to come to Chicano Street, and they're going to want to get certified, cabron. We're going to be handing out blue check marks on Chicano Tube. Diablo says, we the people want to see Mike's World versus Kenny Thunder. Okay, so Kenny Thunder, Southtown SD. Hey, cabron, I was trying to find your número, Southtown SD. Despensa, carnal. Can you text me one more time, cabron? Text me one more time, cabron. Por favor, despensa. I do get, because I have multiple phones, business lines, text lines. I have one just dedicated for the fights. I get a lot of messages. Text me one more time, cabron. Okay? Por favor. Now that I saw you right there, Southtown. Mike's Rook. Kenny Thunder, he tapped in with me. Kenny Thunder tapped in with me, was it last week? I got the text messages. And when Kenny Thunder tapped in with me, he was with Swifty. He was with Swifty. Swifty wanted to get in on Content Creator Series of Fighting. I declined respectfully. Kenny Thunder, he's also game to get inside the ring. Again, this is a Content Creator Series of Fighting. Gente, you're going to realize pretty soon. It's just, I'm not trying to get the hottest cat neither that's traveling the podcast circuit and jumping. Lefty Gunplay hits me up. Oh, yeah. I'm going to be quick to get it. Chale. I don't got the time, man. Plus, that's not my angle. Plus, I want these videos to go up on YouTube forever. My kids to go back and be like, man, Pops was helping out the youngsters in the juvenile hall. He was going to the camp. He was spitting education. Not just that. Then he started Content Creator Series of Fighting, which is a business. My children are going to inherit one day. We're eating off of that. And it's not to be the coolest. The coolest. It's not to get the hottest guy that's making the podcast circuit. No, I don't even care about that. And I told Swifty respectfully. And Kenny Thunder respectfully. Maybe down the road, but right now it's not a fit. Man, I can't wait 2 days in a pinchy wake up, man. LA's. Okay, gente, so the people keep commenting and saying NorCal, SoCal. The people are saying SoCal has 2 and NorCal has 0. Is that what's going on? Are we keeping like a tabs on that? Now, that's something friendly we could do. That's not a video with a thumbnail on a red bandana, a blue bandana, or this way or that way all tatted up. This is friendly. We could do this like as if we were, competing in tennis or skiing or whatever the hell, a volleyball game, whatever. SoCal 2 and NorCal has 0. So will Buzz make the score 2-1, SoCal, NorCal? Is that what's going to happen on Saturday? Someone let me know. Just drop a comment right there below. Someone let me know.
And we just gonna find these little marks and smoke them. Shit ain't that hard.
That's right. Ronnie Blue is in the casa. That's right. Ronnie Blue, I salute YouTube streets, the scandalous world. He says, man, watch. Tupac said that, man. He said, watch out. She's so scandalous. All right, let's keep it moving, man. I do want to give. I want to talk about something. A Madeline Soto update. This was the 13-year-old girl I talked about a couple weeks back, man. It was a horrible, horrific, tragic case. It still breaks my heart to even think about it. That on this girl, Madeline Soto, who was living with her mother and her mother's partner. Now, what's crazy, what's funny, or I don't know what you want to call it, is that this guy's identity has been changed multiple times. From boyfriend, fiance, to finally now they're just saying partner. I'll let you decide if that plays a factor, but Madeline Soto, man, there's no one on God's green earth, especially a 13-year-old girl, that deserves to be unalived the night of her 13th birthday party. I didn't see a lot of channels covering this. It was nationwide news, and it brings awareness to a lot of things. But the vato's name was Steven Stearns. Now he's charged. Today it broke like literally 4 hours ago. You could look it up on its trending news or national headlines. Just 4 or 5 hours ago, he finally got charged with murder after the lies came out that he drove her to school, dropped her off at a church parking lot, like a half a mile, quarter mile down the street. And instead, the evidence always pointed to that he, the night before, unalived her after her 13th birthday party. A POS, absolutely. These are the kind of POSs that people lose control around. Think about it like in the incident with Cain Velasquez. He lost control. I'm just glad it ended up working out, because most of those politicians in Santa Clara County, which is our neighbor just going north, 45 minutes, maybe 40 minutes, or maybe less. Our neighboring county to the north. Well, San Benito's first. San Benito and then Clara. So San Benito and Santa Clara. Over there, I thought that he was going to wash. I thought he was going to get washed. I said, they're all whacked out lefties on the city council. They're all whacked out of their heads. I said, Cain, you're done because you look like an enraged guy. And that other guy that he blasted at, the guy that Cain blasted at, was already on an electronic monitor in his pinchy ankle for another case similar. Double piece of shit. If that even exists. This is like, okay, she wasn't married to him, because then it would have said stepdad, right? But again, to each his own. He's a stepdad, he's not a stepdad. I don't know, to each his own. But there are some stepdad nightmare stories. Let's keep this a buck. There are some stepdad nightmare stories that are real bad. And then there's stepdad stories that the stepdad is actually better than the biological dad. And of course you've heard of those, where the stepdad now is better than the biological dad. Más cariñoso, más hombre. There's this and there's that. They're trying to do a mental evaluation on the chick, because they're saying that she had to have seen the sign somewhere along the line, or did the little girl ever never say nothing, and she was living in an absolute nightmare for 2 years? Sad. Very sad. Heartbreaking. Heart-wrenching. Now he's charged with the murder. Now, it looks like Lady Justice might pop her head up. Satan SD, yeah, for sure. Yeah, gracias, carnal. Just send me a text message, man. I appreciate you. Yo sé que you're probably ocupado, güey. Como yo, man. It's fight week. I got people pulling into hotels right now. I got I'm having dinners with people. Man, it's crazy right now. It's just, God is good. And of course, we're going to come back on Wednesday night because it's fight week, but this is the Wednesday night show. We got the Friday night show, and of course, we got the Sunday night show, all right? Anyways, let's keep moving on from Madeline Soto. I'm going to go ahead and read some comments. Yeah, Swifty wants to fight Chito Ranas and Gravedigger. Gravedigger reached out to me. Gravedigger was very accessible. But when I was trying to reach out to the other side wasn't. Those kind of things, you gotta, it wouldn't be a content creator series of fight. It would have to be like a special attraction way. Okay, now we got this name and this name, But for right now, until the company builds enough revenue, it's going to be percentages and residuals, or something like that. That's what it's going to be for now. Because I do want to end up the show's going to go on the road, but it's going to, accumulate enough capital to do that and fund itself. That way we can let's go to L.A. You know how many gyms, you know how many venues I got in Los Angeles? Name me the area code. I got a gym in every area code in SoCal. You think I'm shitting. You think I'm lying. I got gyms all the way from northern, which is like Santa Barbara. I mean, that's not northern LA, but you know what I mean, north of LA, to all the way to Indio. In every area code.
Now you home with us and defend the barrio. Patos Locos forever. Forever.
That's right, Delbert Salgado says. That's right, Coach Delbert is in the casa. I appreciate you, Coach Delbert. If you didn't know who Coach Delbert Salgado is, he is Team Cholo Trucker. A lot of the mechanics, a lot of the boxing, a lot of the footwork, a lot of the punching mechanics come from Coach Delbert Salgado. So I appreciate you, Coach Delbert. Gracias for tapping in. San Lifer says, I'm going to be there to collect my feria. Hey, collect that feria, man. Collect that feria. You know what I mean? That's what they get for apostando, way. And then the shoes on the other foot sometimes, huh? I never even put a coin in a machine in my life, carnal. Never. I don't know why. Usually I'm at the bar. And then when I go to Vegas, I just drink gin. I like gin and cranberry juice. But what I tell them is a splash. I tell them, I'm driving, cabron. On the gin, I tell them on the gin, I don't even want to taste it because I'm driving. That's the only way I can hang all night way. But you already know, it's the gin, little, sips of gin with some juice. That's all you need all night. Ronnie Blue Eyes, Team Buzz. That's right, Team Buzz. Pozole Power. Here they go in the comments section. Man, I can't wait. So again, I dedicated a media guy, you guys. He's going to be dropping from Friday night, the weigh-ins. From the weigh-ins, he's going to be dropping videos, photos. Saturday morning, he's going to be dropping as soon as people are arriving. That's me taking this event, trying to take this event, outshine the last one. O sea, to the next level. I'm learning as I go, cabrones. And then after this one, we'll announce another one and see if it's an interesting one that the people get behind and want to see people throw chingazos, man. All right, let's keep it pushing. Give San Ho. That's right. We can meet in San Ho. Orale. That's right, man. We can meet in San Ho. I was over there. Did you see my story, cabron? I went to date night. Guess who I seen at the SAP Center? It was Luis Miguel, cabron. It was Luis Miguel. But you know what? He gave me the idea for the Luis Miguel suit. Yeah, the Luis Miguel suit. Ron Garcia is no joke, man. Gilbert Mikey just tapping in from Los. That's right. And the suit is brand new. The suit is new, man. I can't wait. Tapping in from Los. That's right. Los is in the bill. I was just talking about Los, man. We got gyms everywhere, man. You name it. 213-323-310-818. All throughout that, man. The beautiful thing about USA Boxing, it's one umbrella. It's not like MMA. MMA, you can have sub-leagues. And everyone has their own league. And that's fine. But not USA Boxing. Not amateur boxing. Amateur boxing did it the right way and put everyone under one umbrella. So if you were going to go to the Olympics, everyone went through USA Boxing. De La Hoya, Tyson, Ali, you name it. Hearns, Hagler, they all went through USA Boxing. One umbrella. And we're a brotherhood, man. Serio, we're tight. Yeah, we could bump heads or you could bump heads. I've seen coaches almost throw chingazos. But still, when it comes to the sport of boxing, that takes preeminence over everything. We want boxing to live forever, cabrón. We want people to throw chingazos. That's our number one form of entertainment. All right, let's keep it pushing. Ace 100, that's right, my boy. How is it already 7:50? Chingado, man. Real quick, I wanted to touch on something else, okay? And it's not too much. It's politics a little bit. But, we speak the real. Just to let people know how right now it's America last policy. It's not America first. It's the opposite of that. What is America last? We're printing paper and giving fucking money away to other countries and just printing it out. Another $96 billion goes to good old Ukraine. Can you believe that? They're putting money on pallets. You're in my hard-earned tax money. They're putting it on pallets and flying it over. But guess what's really happening? The pockets are getting lined up. The whole thing is called Friends Help Friends. That's what it is. So this year, we're being way more vocal about getting to the election in November. And when we get down to the stretch, we're going to be doing some lives here on Chicano Street. And we're going to be talking about policy by policy. Does this help the people or does this hurt the people? Period. Get your feelings out of it and let's move on. We're going to cement things. We're not going to spend days arguing about things. Does this policy help or hurt the people? Once we cement it, ya se está secando on cement, we move on to the next one. That's what we're going to be doing closer to November. I've reached out to some contacts. We're going to do some great panels and we're going to bring it to you. And if you already know me, in mi corazón, I didn't go to colegio and get brainwashed. I didn't go to no rallies. I didn't get no literature. I didn't have no one around me that ever spoke on anything politics. I didn't know anything about politics until I started researching in about 2017. That's about the time that I really started digging down and said, you know what? Me as a Mexicano and my parents' values and their parents' values all line up like this. And if I'm going to be the oddball out, which I'm not, I'm never going to go against what my mother taught me. Tú mejor que te vayas before you try to teach, me or tell me to go against las creencias de mi mamá, de mis padres, de mis abuelos. It's, what Mexicanos really are similar? We're kind of similar to Italians, cabrón. We're kind of similar to Italians. I went to an Italian restaurant, me and the wifey on a date night not too long ago, and I seen right outside the door it said God, passion, tradition, something like that. And I'm like, man, así somos la raza, man. We don't need to try to reinvent things and new ideas. None of that. 96 billion, I'm just saying, they're flushing it right down the toilet. Here we go. The tax codes keep growing, and all the while they're taking more money out of your pocket and out of my pocket, to the point in California where we're going to get used to them already taking 35%, 37% in certain tax brackets. 37%. It's like the first couple mil get taxed at a certain bracket. I mean, 0 to like 50, 50 to 150, 150 to like 500. Then the million, it starts going up by how many million you have. But they will take most of it. That's right, Modern Day Warrior. I see you, my boy. Gracias for tapping in. AZ Diablo 602, Ukraine. Forget taking care of... I'm just saying, they clean the streets up of Frisco real quick when all the dictators come over from other countries. Don't they real quick? Don't they? But they won't clean the streets for their own citizens. What does that say about your mayor? What does that say about our governor? Come on. It speaks volumes, man. The street sweepers only come out when a communist dictator comes. I mean, do they think we're stupid? I mean, Tenemos las cara de pendejos. No, I'm telling you, one of the objectives here would be to unite the raza because we're like 40% of the majority in Califas, man. We're 40% of California. If we unite, we have the power card to be able to tell people, Psh, chale. And it's not one person's movement. It's the people's movement. I don't even put myself at like being a frontliner or I gotta be the spokesman. And no. This is not a new movement. This is an old movement. This is the raza uniting, getting together. But the goal to educate the people for November is to have a better quality of life. That's the only goal. I give two shits about your feelings, just like you should give two shits about my feelings. It's about, is your family better off now than they were, or is my family better off now than they were? Come on now. Let's keep it moving, man. Let's keep it moving. Sanjo Lifer says, Leo, orale, no more money for Israel. I'm just saying, Israel's another topic as Christians because different churches teach different things on Israel. That's a whole nother topic, right? You got some churches that Israel was just Old Testament and, the trunk of the tree. But out of that came the New Testament and they just had their place, but it was at a certain time. And then there's certain churches that put Israel on the highest pedestal. I mean, almost to the point where they're like, I mean, I don't want to say it because it will sound stupid, but están bien levantados by some churches that they're like, whew. There has to be a balance there. There has to be a balance there. You know what I mean? As far as giving anyone, and if they're God's people, God's never going to forsake his people. You can shoot all the rockets you want into Israel. All of them that you want, that dome is going to catch them all, but that dome is God's hand on them. That's what it is. I mean, come on, serio. Think about that for a second, okay? He's got it. Not you, not me. God's got it all under control, that whole situation. And whether the sky's about to crack tonight, because it could crack tonight. It definitely could just boom, and it's over. And then you know what? You did the best you could, and I did the best. But don't be like one of these pendejos that heard it, just when they were down, right? Only when they were catching a case, they went in there, and all of a sudden they started praying, Dios, ayúdame, or like the other pendejo, I remember 28, we were talking about it, he did an interview. He hosts meetings inside of a church with men of God, pastors and ministers, and brings una bola and never once tells any of the people that he brings in there, hey, we're in the house of God. Hey, watch your mouth and watch your conduct. Conduct yourselves accordingly. And please do not curse or swear in the house of God, especially here, which is like the altar where you're standing at, where most people pour their hearts out with tears and fast and cry out. Don't be like that. Well, I don't know. Maybe he's an atheist. That's right. But I got you on the next one. I lost to the homie hangout on the last. Oh, damn. The homie hangout, he's slick with it, huh? He be cleaning up the table. Pinchy Josh Raskizi, man. Shout out to Raskizi. Shout out to the homie hangout. See, when I give a roll call of the channels, man, I forget the homie hangout, man. Orale, the homie hangout. I said you don't have time to even be watching YouTube, man. You guys are the ones that send me the clips all the time. You guys are the ones, like someone said, I don't know why you send me a clip or of something like cabron. He cut off the mole on his eyebrow. Someone said Marvelous made fun of the mole, and then he cut it off the next week. We're talking spiritual things right now, so let me talk about someone send me clips, and I appreciate you guys. Hook up with me if you want on IG, okay, cabrones, about a rapper turned pastor in that situation. I'm not going to say names because that's their business, man. The streets business is the streets business. This is YouTube. Okay, this is separate from the streets. This is not street anything. Anyone that mixes these two things, something's off upstairs because this is not reality. This is meta reality, alternate reality. But anyways, someone sent me this. I'm not going to say the name. That's their business, 100%. But it said a rapper turned pastor because it found like something was on. Okay, so he had something in his background. Hizo algo. He told on somebody. This is what allegedly has happened. And since he told on somebody, now he wants to turn into a pastor. Okay, my thoughts on this. First off, yes, it's a bad look because of the timing. Because of the timing. It's just like if you were a self-dubbed guerrero. Okay, you're in the trenches, you're from the streets and all this other stuff. And then all of a sudden, you have to catch the bus. Okay? I'm not talking about the juvenile hall. Okay, those buses. I'm talking about you're 18 and over, right? You got to catch the bus and go to the big house. Now you got to do big boy time. And guess what? In California, it's gangland. That's how it is. Every institution, right? That, because of all your life being that stalwart, the one that wants to check paperwork, the one that's blowing up house parties, the one that always had a hammer, that would be a bad time to do it. And it would be a bad look. And it really would be detrimental to your career, period. So the timing looks bad. Turning from a popular rapper to a podcaster to now wanting to be a pastor. The timing looks bad. Okay, you had to do it at this time. Okay, but the substance itself, though, the action itself of uno entregándose a Dios, okay, that's something you and I should never want to deter anybody. I don't know if that makes sense. Okay, gente, I'm not gonna be the one because, como dice la palabra, you don't even know when you're entertaining angels. You think you're entertaining, I think that's Hebrews. You think you're entertaining strangers, yet you find out you're entertaining angels. You don't know who God is trying to get a hold of. That's what I'm trying to say. You don't know when God's trying to get a hold of someone. And if he's trying to get a hold of someone, then who are you and who am I to try to stop God from trying to do what he needs to do and get a hold of somebody? Does that make sense? I hope it does. The Raza is going to play a big part in the U.S. election. Absolutely. I think the Raza is going to, I think once the Raza has more backbone now than it's ever had. We're tired of shutting up, man. There's 6% unemployment. There's more jobs seekers than jobs. The opposite economy was the last economy. There was more jobs than job seekers. You were getting bonuses. You were asking for raises. You were getting them. The only way you didn't want to hustle is if you were lazy. Or you didn't want to. Or you got the unemployment checks from COVID and you're like, damn, this is double what I was getting paid. I get it all. Obviously, at the end of the day, that's coming out of our taxes anyways. So that kind of sucks for us to have to pay that shit. And let's just keep that a buck. Yeah, this election, the raza is going to have a lot to do with it, man. And no tenemos pelos en la lengua, man. Kick rocks down the road to somewhere else that wants to entertain your feelings. We don't want to entertain your feelings on here. F your feelings. We want better quality of life. We want fatter wallets. We want better health care. We want to hear taxes are getting cut. We want to see those tax codes, all of them get thrown in the garbage. I love those little, it's the last time 45, he had a table right there, right? 45. And he had these books. He goes, this is the U.S. tax code. And they were like fucking he was barely on top of the books. You could see the guy, right? He was on top, 45, right? The last president. And then he grabbed half of them and threw them in a garbage thing. Boom. A little dramatic scene. Kind of like Top Gun Maverick. Boom. Where he throws it in the garbage, the pinchy manual to the airplane. That's what I want to see. And I don't give a shit about Twitter. I don't give a shit about none of that. I'm just looking at my check. My wife is happy. Are my kids happy? Are we finally able to save money? Are people finally able to afford buying homes? Hello. People want to buy homes. Yo trato en eso. People want to buy homes. It's a seller's market. It stays a seller's market 4 more years. Forget about the homes going down. What is it going to take for the homes to go down? Someone that knows what they're doing with money. Ay, cabrón. It's already 8 o'clock, man. We didn't even get into anything. But anyways, yeah, I hope that made sense, man. It's a bad time. And the people that are going to do videos about, hey, to each his own. Everyone got a lane on YouTube. Let them do videos, right? These cabrones that do a video and every single one has a person's name. That would make me tired, man. That would tire the hell out of me. I can't keep that up. Like going after someone. I'm like, damn, that's too much. I can't keep that up, man. Each his own. That's why we all got lanes. Here, this is Chicano Street. This is where Chicanos live at right here. We're in Salinas. We're in the Salad Bowl. We're part of the Corrida. We got one of the headquarters for the United Farm Workers. Man, every time I got gente that SoCal that come, they say, man, East Salinas looks like East LA. I say, I know it does. I know it does. It's a beautiful thing. You know, nothing but raza. Nothing but raza. Well, not nothing, cabrón. Probably about 80%. Maybe 80. EBK family's in the casa. That's right, my boy. EBK family uncensored just stepped in the building. There's a Watsonero, another part of the 831. You know what? I was watching the band's interview on No Jumper, and he was talking about one of the first ones he ever recorded music on with that put him on was Ride a J. Clyde. The first channel, the last channel before I rebranded it, one of the intros was Young Gun. It was a beat produced by Young Gun from the 831 here. And he had Ryder J. Clyde on that track. It was called This Is For The Streets. Who remembers when I had that intro? Remember the first part was, the boys in the hood are always hard. Did you already forget about that intro? I got it. It's in the archives. I'll pull it up one day, man. We'll trip on it, man. Oh, real quick. So again, 2 days in a wake up, man. Cholo Trucker's going to run that fade. Buzz is the Stockton Slugger. He just wants to put him to sleep with one punch. I can't wait. I got a media person that's going to be dropping from the weigh-ins all the way Friday night to Saturday morning to pulling up to the red carpet, to the interviews, to locker room and behind the scenes. I can't wait for you guys to see it. You guys are going to feel it this time. So again, I'm learning as I go, cabrones. Got to have a dedicated media person to do all that. I got to have people, you know what I mean? It just lifts everything off of my shoulders, you know? So it's going to look really, really good. Gracias to everyone that already shared it. The giveaways there. Again, I got a little app that's going to, you know, choose the people that shared it on IG and on YouTube. Last time I gave away two lucky winners are just going to get an email, and then I'll make them an account on the website, and then they'll have the fight. And then the catalog, well, right now we just got stories in EBK, but all the catalog will always be on the website. That's up forever, gente. So we'll talk about Tony's first title defense a little bit later. And then, of course, all road leads to Paradigm Media News. We've been in contact. You think I ain't been in contact? We've been in contact. So we've been talking, and all roads point to November. I'm thinking of giving it to the gente on Thanksgiving. That's what I'm thinking about. How would you guys like to be llenos de turkey, eating the most fire meal of the year? Man, I think that's my favorite meal. Straight up. Eating your favorite meal of the year, and then all of a sudden the chingazos come on at 6 or 7. Now, that's daylight savings time, so I think we might try to shoot for 6. I don't want you to wait too much into the night, you know what I mean? I don't know. Maybe there'll be a pre-show. I thought about that too. I said we can even do like a 1 hour pre-show, and man, there's so many things we could do, man. I'm excited, man. And it's all because of you guys. Let me keep this 1,000. It's all because of you guys. It's all your subscriptions. It's all your purchasing of the fights. I made it really feasible. I hope it's the price of a pizza. I hope that it's affordable, because right now, again, this pendejo in the White House has all of us fucking shitting for money. And unemployment is 6.2. The last time I checked, they lie to us on the pinchy TV. They're telling you on TV and me. They're telling us the economy is the best that it's ever been in 50, 60 years. Like straight mentirosos, straight to your face, bold-faced lie, man. Bold-faced lie. It's pendejos that don't know shit for policy. But anyways, I don't want to get all, man, me caliento con eso. I made it a reasonable price. Shout out to you guys, man. AZ Diablo, not religious at all. I've tried certain things throughout my 47 years. That's right, man. That's right. Desperate situations, I'm telling you, man. True. Those desperate situations, you know. Machetes in the casa. Tapping in, showing some support, carnal. I appreciate you, cabrón. Gracias, man. 2 days and a wake up. 2 days and a wake up to this one right here. The chingazos are going down. Team Stockton is pulling up. And then Team East LA is pulling up. They say, this is what they say, SoCal is 2 and NorCal has 0. That's what they say, is 2-0, SoCal, NorCal. Will Buzz be able to put 1 on the board for NorCal. And I know I'm kind of just running with this shit, right? But is that the way it is? Is it 2-0 SoCal to NorCal? If that's a friendly competition, I don't mind running that as long as it's healthy and fun. You know, forget about it. Next year, if you want to start putting pendejos on thumbnails with bandanas, leave me out of that. Por favor. 100 miles away from me, please. Anyway, Sanjo Lifers in the casa. Team Paradigm. We coming hard. Machetes, he said Team Paradigm. Is that a cornerman right there? Is that a cornerman? Yeah, so we'll talk about Tony's first title defense, but gente, 2 days in a row. I'm not going to sleep, man. I'm not going to sleep until these chingazos happen, man. This is going to be a good one, man. And again, watch on YouTube this time on YouTube and on IG. I'm going to be giving you live media, live photos, live videos. Prometa. If I don't do that this time, I close my channel. I close my channel. Hold me to it. Screenshot it. If I don't drop Friday night, the media person, not me. That's too much for me. I'd rather just have dinner with the cabrones all week. The assistant. Where's the assistant? Mail that out. Mail that out. Orale, EBK family. Machete, what's good, homie? Yeah, so Paradigms. Oh, yeah, so Tony's first title defense, we'll announce that. And then we'll get to November, which I'm thinking as a Thanksgiving special for the people, man. Imagine come on, man. Someone say, you're doing it right, cabron. We want it on Thanksgiving. No one's ever done that. I'm treading new waters over here, man, for the raza. 100% for the people. Live on Chicano Tube, live on Chicano Street. Gente, I'm going to tap back in with my familia. I miss the beautiful, smoking, sexy, hot wife. It's already been an hour. I promised you guys that Friday we're going to start media dumping. Everything is going to have the link over to the website. Thank you for your support, for supporting content creator, series of fighting. We're going to be on the red carpet. We'll have interviews for the people that confirmed. If they pull up, for sure, we're going to hit the red carpet and be doing interviews. You know, especially if Killshot pulls up. Killshot is one of Buzz's sparring partners. He just knocked somebody's teeth out 3 weeks ago on BKFC. I'm going to say that again. One of Buzz's sparring partners just knocked some dude's whole fronts off 3 weeks ago on Bare Knuckle Fighting Championship. If he pulls up, cabron, I told Buzz, I need Killshot on the red carpet. I need that interview. Aside that, everyone else that's there, we're going to make it a memory. It's always something special when Cholo Trucker's involved. I don't know what it is about that hermano, man. He just got a huge heart, man. You just know when someone's a good person, right? And he just has a huge pinche corazon. And what I always say is that the real recognize real. We ain't over here jibber-jabbering, bumping gums, this or that. The real recognize real. All the real going to pull up on Saturday. I can't wait to see the real. Anyways, you guys, I'm gone. I'm going to let you guys go. But do me a favor, though, before you go, cabrones. That's all I ask is one thing, man, is that you hit the X on the chat for a second. I'll hang out another 2 minutes. Hit the X on the chat and just hit that like button. Por favor. That's all I ask, man, to keep the show going. At least it lets me know, hey, ahí está la raza, man. Ahí está la bola. Ahí está la gente, man. Ahí están los chicanos, man. They're watching. I know most of the subs are from the 831. Man, gracias. The 831. I ain't forgot about you. Look. Selena's Cowboys. How did I forget about the 831? Aquí están los compas from the 831, man. Shout out to all you guys, man. Sanjo Lifer says, Team Troquero. A lot of people think, if they're from the Central Valley, they automatically have to go for Buzz. Or if they're from the 213, they automatically have to go for Cholo. No, it's not what it is. It's just go with what you want to go to. And as a grown man or woman, and don't let no one sway you. Team Cholo Trucker is going to come deep, and Team Stockton is going to come deep. I can't wait. Diablo's in the casa. Team Buzz from Stockton, 209 Northern Califas. Diablo, we're hours away, cabron. We're hours away. The tickets got sold out like on Saturday night. I didn't get a chance to post it till Sunday night or something like that. It's on the community page. A lot of other people said, oh, man, I want to get 2. I want to get 4. I didn't know. I was waiting to confirm with my coworkers and all this other shit. But, gente, I can't add no more seats, man. The fire marshal will shut us down. You know, when they see all the cars that we have our own parking lot, when they see our parking lot packed full with like 200 cars, that's max capacity. I can't bring no more people in. You know what I mean? Because we've had the fire marshal one time walk in on a boxing event. We had people sitting on top of things, and it was way too many people there. And that's when we purchased the next mechanic shop and got like another 3,000 square feet. And now we're 8,000 square feet. You know, because it was just growing, man. We're just growing. So shout out to you guys. I'm going to tap back in with the familia. Do me a favor, though. Just hit that like button. Todo lo que les pregunto. Que Dios los bendiga. Have a prosperous week. All the raza, all the Chicanos, no matter what demographic you're from, be proud of exactly who you are. Dale duro, chingale. Take care of your familia, because that's real gangster shit right there. Hit that like on your way out. And I can't wait for the weigh-ins on Friday night. Be on the lookout on YouTube and be on the lookout on IG. Go ahead and me siguen ahí. Es el mismo nombre que el canal. It's the same name. Ahí está. Síguenme ahí on IG. I can't wait. I'm here for the ride along with you. I hope everything from Friday night goes in slow motion for me until I go live with you, cabrones. And we'll talk about the recap, all right? 8 years ago, I had a vacation money. Yeah, that shit's in the past. Yeah, man. Let's not even get into that, cabron. That's a we're talking about Weekend at Bernie's again, cabron. We don't want to talk about Weekend at Bernie's. A rato san whole life for Ernesto Ruiz. I show up and give you, and you guys leave, but I'm not trying to leave, cabron. But if you go back, I gave a recap on Ryan Garcia. People were questioning, is he a Mexicano? You're damn right he's a Mexicano. You know why Ryan Garcia is a Mexicano? Because look at the way he pinche fights. You tell me Mexicanos don't fight like that, balls to the wall, he's going forward with violence? He's a fucking Mexicano. I'll tell you that. We talked about Band's interview with No Jumper. Madeline Soto, there was an update on that poor girl story. A little bit about politics, not too much. Ukraine, money. They're burning money. They're printing money. And they want 4 more years of this shit with 6% unemployment. I'm telling the raza, do you want it? And get out of your feelings. One of my favorite shirts is the one that says, F your feelings. As soon as I saw that on my Instagram feed, I ordered it right away, cabrones. Hairnet Tony's in the casa. Órale, Hairnet Tony. That's right, man. I like some of these names, man. Hairnet Tony just came home from Sing Sing. You know what I mean? Hairnet Tony's in the casa. Hairnet Tony, we're on Chicano Street way. You know what Chicano Street is, cabron? It's that one street in your city where all the Mexicans are, and they're all wearing bandanas, they're all wearing Pendletons, and they're all wearing Cortez or Hush Puppies. You guys, I'm gone. Hit that like button. I'll see you Friday night at the weigh-ins. The weigh-ins are happening. Buzz versus Cholo Trucker. It's going down like Richie Valens' airplane, cabron. It's happening. It's going down on Saturday at 7 o'clock. Hit that like. Gracias for your support. I'll see you at the pinche fight. And on YouTube, the community page, and on IG, look out for the weigh-ins and other media getting loaded live, gente. I'll see you guys on Friday night, and I'm out. Don't forget to hit that like. Live on Chicano Tube, live on Chicano Street. But remember what I always say? Remember what I always say. In the end, all you got is the memories.